One of my one of my followers had asked me to speak on the missing truck driver that they found unalive. Uh, what I have to say about that is um, you don't stop some places. I advise all truck drivers to stock your truck with food. I go shopping for my truck, similar to going shopping for my household. Right. When I get out on the road, and you can ask my driver manager. My driver manager said, "You sure take a lot of stuff." I said, "Yeah, I do." All right. I got my toilet paper, several rolls. All right, along with my wet wipes. Uh, let me get up here for just 1 second to show you. Uh, all right, all right. I have my. I take a pack of these things right here with me. All right, you can. That's the name of them right there. You can wipe your face, wipe your body off. You can take a whole bath. All right. Yeah, you can take a whole bath with these. All right. You sort of clean up with these. All right. I take several pack of these with me. All right. Um, I also have a. Let me show you. I'm gonna move the camera a minute. All right. I have a porta john. Okay. See it right there? Okay. All right. I have groceries. All right. I can even cook in my truck. I got a little cooker that I use. All right. I have a supply of groceries. All right. I take some frozen food with me. All right. I have a little cooler. Okay. It's about it's about that long. Okay. And about that high. All right. Okay. I that's my little travel cooler. Even when I go out here and when I DJ, that cooler hold a 12 pack of beer. But that's all I need. All right. You have to buy a little bag of ice, to keep your stuff cool. Now my truck do have a refrigerator. All right. See. So I have stuff in the cooler. All right. And I have stuff in the refrigerator. Yeah. Yeah. I stop at Walmart and I shop for my truck. Or when I'm at home, all right, I shop for my truck. So when I get out on the road, all right, I only have to stop 3 places. I have to stop the fuel. And I'm stopping at a major truck stop. I'm either stopping at a TA, a Petro, a Love, or a Pilot. All right. I have to stop to my shippers and my receivers to pick up a load or deliver a load. All right. Most of the time, ain't nothing gonna happen to you at your fuel stops, at your delivery point. All right, because the shippers and receivers, they got cameras everywhere. I have to stop if I have a breakdown. If I have a flat tire or something go wrong with the truck. All right. Now I have to get out on my truck. All right, because if I'm broke down on the side of the road, I got to put out my reflectors. Okay, to warn traffic. All right, that I'm broke down, and I cut on my four-way flashers. Once I put those reflectors out, I'm back in my truck. God dang it. Daggone crazy ass. Scared the hell out of me. Sound like another daggone cricket. I'm old green cricket. Got in my truck. All right. Other than that, I don't stop. All right. I got my coffee. I got my tea. All right. I'm a smoker. So before I go out on the road, I buy 1 or 2 cartons of cigarettes. Okay. I got lighters and matches. I don't have to get out of my truck for anything. I don't have to stop. Now, let me say this. We on a 14-hour service clock. All right. You can drive 11, and the other 3 is used for post-trip and your pre-trip. And you might want to take a 2-hour nap or a break or whatever. Some drivers will try to run 10.5 hours. Now you got to stop. But if you didn't plan your trip, all right, wherever you have to stop might not be a safe place. All right. So trip planning is very important. Quit depending on these daggone GPSs and get you a road atlas. Huh? It's called a motor carrier road atlas. All right. Plan your trip. Know where you're going to be at the end of your day. Because at the end of your day, you got to park. You can't drive anymore. And you may have to park, if you don't plan your trip, you might have to park on the side of the road. You might have to park on or off a exit ramp. You might have to park where there ain't no cameras around. All right. You may be close or near or some around a hate. All right. See, there are 3 types of YT people that I noticed when I was just a little boy growing up in South Carolina. There's a type of YT people, and I'm not putting this on YT, the disappearance of the truck driver. I'm not directly saying that he was that he was unalived by a YT person. All right. He could have been unalived by his own people. You don't know what he had going on, or what kind of enemies he might have had. All right. But if it was YT, you got to understand I noticed that there were three types of YTs. And most of them were men's. There were the type of YT that they hated you because of the color of your skin. Hmm? And if they catch you out and about somewhere and ain't nobody around, nowadays if there ain't no cameras around, all right, they'll do something to you. All right. Yeah, you might become unalive. The second type of white person is similar to the first type, but they won't harm you. All right. They're the person like Carmelo was confronted with. But he went under that tent. They didn't want him there. Those are the real prejudice type of YT. All right. They don't want you in their presence. All right. All right. And they'll run you off. All right. Make you feel very uncomfortable, and if you buck them, they might do something to you. All right. That's the second type of white person. They're very, 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 very prejudiced. They don't want your blood on their hand. They just want you to. They just don't want to be around you. All right. They don't want you around them. And the third type of YT people is, I noticed when I was just a little boy, is the friendly ones. All right. They'll stop and have a conversation with you. They'll sit down and eat with you, talk, whatever, you know. If you ask them for something and they can help you, they'll help you. That's the third type. Now they're what you might call the real nice YT people. All right. So when you're driving out here, I'm telling you, set yourself up. Especially if you're over the road, set yourself up where you only have to make 3 stops. Fuel, shipper, receive. Fuel, ship and receive it. And breakdown. All right. Now, I know sometimes you be out here and you be on these back roads. All right. And you want to stop and get your soda, or if you're a smoker, you might want to stop and get a pack of cigarettes, or you might just want to stop and take your 30-minute break or whatever. Look, if ain't no other trucks around, you don't see none of your own people coming in and out, keep going. Do not get out of that truck. You know, do not get out of that truck. Evidently, and I'm gonna read up on the story here when I get through this video, and I'll come back. All right, and maybe speak some more. Evidently, he must have stopped somewhere. All right, he must have stopped somewhere. See, you use your get your porta john, so you won't stop. You don't have to stop to jump out of the truck to relieve yourself. Get your porta johns. All right. It's a little bit of work. All right. You have to dump it every so often. All right. They make sanitizers, deodorizers, and stuff that you can put in it. So therefore, it's late at night. All right. You got to relieve yourself. You can do it right there in your truck. All right. See, so I'm thinking, and what I say today is just my personal opinion, which is always my disclaimer. He must have stopped somewhere. All right. Or sometimes you can stop in the area where, all right, folks don't like you. See, racism and prejudice and discrimination is alive and well in this country. All right, now, let me mention one thing. Federal Motor Carrier Safety Administration requires that every truck driver do a pre-trip and a post-trip inspection every day while you are here on the road. All right. But you at the end of your day and you had to go into a rest area, or you had to park on an on-ramp or off-ramp, or you had to do a roadside park to take your 10-hour break. It's night. All right. All kind of people hang around them rest stops. I'm just going to tell you. Weirdos. All right. If you had to do a roadside park, all kind of people is out there. You got a bunch of crazy homeless people. I saw one the other day. All right. I had to do a roadside park. To stop to relieve myself. And lo and behold, all right, I got back in the driver's seat and was on my phone looking at my phone, and all of a sudden this man popped up out of nowhere. I don't know where he came from. All right. And he was a YT man. All right, looked like he was homeless because he was nasty and dirty. See, you never know. All right. So, I'm not going to get out of my truck at night in an area that I don't know whether it's a rest stop and call myself doing a post-trip inspection. It ain't going to happen. All right. You can tell the Federal Motor Carrier Safety Administration, whatever, they can fire me, whatever. It ain't going to happen. Some place is not safe for you to get out of your truck. All right. Well, you say, well, if you had a rest stop, there's other drivers around. But you don't know what kind of dumb people them other drivers are. All right. You got some hateful, prejudiced truck drivers out here on the road too. Yeah. You got some KKK truck drivers out here on the road as well. All right. All you got to do a roadside park, and that's the end of your day, and it's at nighttime, and you're supposed to get out of your truck and do a post-trip inspection, with me, it ain't going to happen. Now, when I get up the next morning, I'm going to sleep. All right? When I get up the next morning, I'll get out there and do a post-trip and a pre-trip all at the same time. It's daylight. Huh? And then it may not be safe, depending on where you're at. See? A lot of trucks stops, some areas, some truck stops, some of these mom and pop truck stops. All right. Where you can park at and go to sleep, but you don't know that truck stop. All right. You don't know who out there sitting in their truck looking. All right. And what they're thinking. Some of these old mom and pop truck stops, they don't have good lighting. All right. And all you want to do is park and go to sleep, but it may not be safe. All right. And if you have to do that, I advise you, do not get out of your truck, pull your curtains. All right. Time you pop them air brakes, pull your curtain so nobody can see inside of your truck. Keep the lights off until you get your curtain pulled. Another thing you need to do, all right, is check your seatbelt. All right. I'm just giving you some safety tips. I don't know what happened to the driver. Okay. All right. But evidently, he must have stopped. Take your seatbelt. Right here on the door. Let me get my camera. Move my camera here for a minute. Right here on the door. Where is it? All right, I gotta turn. Which way I gotta turn the camera? Well, that's my hand right there. So which way I gotta turn the camera? Okay. Okay, that's facing me. So I need to go the other way. I don't know whether y'all can see that. Well, I can't get the camera right now, but it's a spot on the door. Right here where my hand at, if y'all can see it. All right. Right here. Okay? Right here where my hand at. All right. What you can do, all right, to add a little bit more safety, you take your seatbelt and wrap around that. Okay? Wrap around it. All right. Then come back around with your seatbelt and hook it and lock it into your seatbelt lock. That's to keep somebody, if they do have a key. Now, here's what you got to understand. All right. And nobody is addressing this. All right. That on some of these trucks, one key fit all. All right. I drive a 2024. All right. Volvo. This key right here will open any 2024 truck. And it might open a 2023. I ain't tried it yet. See, the trucking industry don't care about your safety out here on these roads. Because that's not good. Because you got women's out here. All right? Every truck that Abilene have. I drive for Abilene Motor Express. All right. Every Volvo they got 2024, it might be 2020, might can open 2023. I ain't tried it yet. But I know for sure that it'll open any 2024 Volvo that we got. I don't know about the other companies' Volvo. All right, so therefore, you got to add some safety. So you wrap that seat belt around that arm and lock it. Therefore, if somebody does have a key that fits your truck, they can't get in it while you back there in the sleeper. Sleep. Yeah. Because you never know. Now, here's another thing that I want to share with you. All right, I can't have one because I got in trouble early in my life. When I was a young man, I sort of messed my life up. The Federal Motor Carrier Safety Administration, all right, do not want you to have a firearm in your truck. Shotgun, rifle, pistol. All right. Last time I checked, you're not supposed to have a firearm in your truck. And you're traveling 1,000 miles out here in areas you don't even know, around people you don't even know. I mean, but you can't have a firearm in the truck. You're not supposed to have one. All right, so the best thing to do is get you a flare gun, a stun gun. Get you something where you can get somebody to offer you if you are attacked. Yeah, if you hit somebody with a flare gun, all right, you might unalive them, but at least you'll be alive. Because the flare gun gonna burn them. They're gonna be trying to find some water. Yeah. So what I'm gonna do right now, when I finish this video, I'm gonna go read up on the situation on the missing driver. May he rest in peace. My deepest condolences go out to his family and friends, and the rest of y'all drivers out here, you know, be careful. Supply your truck with everything that you might need. Your personal hygienes, clothes, change the clothes, socks, shoes. I carry about three or four pair of shoes. Yeah. You know, I can basically change. I change clothes out here about every 2 to 3 days. Yeah. Because you got to stop somewhere and take a shower. I advise you to stop at a major truck stop to do your showers. All right. Do not take showers at these mom and pop truck stops. Do not get out of your truck in strange areas, especially at night. No. That's why you need everything that you need. You need to have everything that you need in your truck, so you won't have to get out unless it's absolutely necessary. Y'all be blessed. Thank you for listening.